5. All the momentum shifts to the outside lane.
And now the top 3 cars have been able to move past Chris Buescher, and they jump down to the bottom. It's Joey Logano first, Ryan Blaney second, Chandler Smith running third.
The wick has gotten turned up at the front of the field, and Kyle Busch just bailed out 3 wide. Further back, Chandler Smith make that Brad Keselowski below the yellow line. He'll pass Chandler Smith. He'll punch Smith to the middle of the racetrack. They stack it up from positions 6 and 7 on back.
And now Chandler Smith is going to have to fight for his life. He's in the middle, trying to get himself back into one groove or another. Here they come. Off the turn. Battle for the lead. Austin Dillon to the point.
Austin Dillon now will lead the inside lane. Joey Logano topside gets a shove from Ryan Blaney to propel the topside back to the front. It's Logano by a half a car length over Dillon.
But here comes Austin Dillon on the inside of the racetrack. One of the lone Chevrolets inside of the top 5. It's Dillon with a fender out in front over Joey Logano.
5 laps to go here in Duel race number 1. The intensity is there. They race their way back to the line. Topside, the race leader's Joey Logano. He's got a mirror full of his teammate Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney has been the ultimate teammate here in Duel number 1. He has pushed Joey Logano from start to finish, but it's not over yet. Charging down to the inside. The challenge is on for the lead. To the front of the pack moves Bubba Wallace.
Where did Bubba Wallace come from? From outside of the top 5 to the race lead off of turn number 2, up alongside Joey Logano, and nearly gets turned. He does get turned. Bubba Wallace spins to the bottom of the racetrack. Other cars go piling into the outside wall in turn 3, including William Byron, and 4 of 5 other cars suffering damage. It all started toward the front when Bubba Wallace got out of shape and got turned in the face of the field here at the end of the backstretch.
Caution on the speedway. Bubba Wallace refires that Xfinity Toyota and will try to pull away, but the caution is out, presented on MRN by Hardee's. Hardee's is the place to get a hand-breaded chicken sandwich or charbroiled big cheeseburger for just $4.99, but only for a limited time at Hardee's. We welcome you back to Daytona. 3 laps remain in Duel race number 1. Stay tuned to hear from today's winner and others when NASCAR Live Race Day will continue after the checkered flag, presented by Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
If you're just joining us, we are getting to the end of Duel race number 1 here at Daytona. It had been a relatively calm race, a race dominated by Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing Fords, but Kyle Rickey, all of a sudden in the last couple of laps or so, that's when things got haywire and quite cattywampus in front of you.
Yeah, the intensity certainly picked up a couple of laps ago with Bubba Wallace coming from outside of the top 5 to take the race lead halfway up the back straightaway. Unfortunately, contact toward the front of the field got Bubba out of shape. The car turned sideways, and several other drivers had nowhere to go. Chris Buescher, one of those drivers, going off on the hook. William Byron also suffered some damage, along with Chandler Smith. So a lot of intense racing here late in the going. Unfortunate contact, and at least 1 or maybe 2 cars already in the garage here before the end of this one here tonight.
Including William Byron trying to go do something that no one has ever done in the history of the Daytona 500, and that's win 3 consecutive Daytona 500s. His car now back in the NASCAR Cup Series garage, but Steve Post, we've seen Bubba Wallace a couple of times on the pit lane.
Yeah, right side damage on Bubba Wallace's car, and they're just trying to make sure that the car rolls. Nothing on the left side. The nose is where I'm standing, and that looked fine, but there is left side, left rear damage on the Bubba Wallace car, so they're going to keep working on that. Charles Denike and this crew, and kind of gives you a good chance to do a fire drill and repair a race car here. Not that you want to do it, but that's where you want to, or that's what they're going to take the opportunity to do now. I want to mention Kyle Busch, and we talked to Kyle about saving that pole-winning race car. A lap and a half or 2 laps before that crash, he had seen enough, and he pulled out the parachute, and Kyle Busch dropped all the way to the back of the field. I don't know if he had a sense, I don't know if he had a vibe, but he might have saved himself a race car by that move, because Kyle Busch got out of harm's way. Now here he comes into the attention of the crew, and it looks like they're going to practice just a fuel-only pit stop. They're going to practice a fuel-only 3-tire pit stop. We know the Daytona 500 make or 3-tire pit stop. A fuel-only 3-second pit stop. We know the 500 may come down to a fuel-only stop, and they just gave it a run in hopes that Sunday afternoon they might be doing that for the win here in the Daytona 500. So good chance to check that out as well.
Lap 58 on the board. Joey Logano leads at Daytona.